Hi everyone, I'm WABC Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. This is Wake Up Weather on ABC 7 NY and For Weather or Not, sponsored by TD Bank. Well, we have September come early. It's suddenly like September. The coolest day is going to be on Friday. We're going to top out in the lower 70s. At least we get a warm up over the weekend. In terms of showers, we're coming off of Thursday night where we did have some showers, a few heavier showers west. So some of you will have some damp spots in the morning hours, and during the day, there's nothing more than a spot shower. But it is rather cool, and it's mostly cloudy, kind of cool breeze out of the east as well. As we go to the weekend, Friday night into Saturday morning, the humidity starts to come back up, so it will be more of a summery feel on Saturday and Sunday. We make a transition from higher humidity to refreshing air coming in for Labor Day. The one low light of the weekend, some thunder showers that will mostly be focused on Saturday night, but a few of those could be strong, and they could arrive well north and west, even by late afternoon. So when we rank the holiday days, Labor Day is really the best by far. It's mostly sunny, refreshing in the mid-70s. But many of you will look at the 7-day and say, well, I like a little warmer than that. So maybe there are windows on Saturday and Sunday where you think it's the best. There'll be clouds and a little sun on Saturday, and most of the thunder shower activity waits until the nighttime hours. So you're talking about mainly dry daylight hours and a few breaks of sun at 79. Sure, Sunday could have a late day high at 83, but we'll get off to a slow start that day. We'll have showers mainly through the morning hours and then some afternoon breaks. There is a second front that has to come through later Sunday and Sunday evening, and that may mean a spot shower there, but that's just a minimal threat of a passing shower. Now, that ranking is really more core of the area, New York City centric. When we look at our areas north and west, like the Catskills and Poconos, we've got some thunder showers that can get into our Saturday forecast during the afternoon, at least late in the afternoon. And then Sunday, the first places to start to clear out and dry out are going to be the far northwest suburbs. So you got a little better Sunday there at 81, and then, of course, you'll see this theme from mountaintop to seashore. It's gorgeous on Monday, but it is rather cool, only 69. So the beaches look dry on Saturday. Clouds breaking for a little bit of sun, warm, humid 82, so don't give up on that. Now, Sunday, we'll start out with clouds, probably some showers, and only a slow improvement in the afternoon. Maybe you salvage the beach day in the afternoon as the heat comes up and humidity's there, but it may take a while. Monday's great, refreshing air, maybe a little early morning cloudiness at 79. And the early morning cloudiness may be a little bit more prevalent in the Hamptons. Again, Saturday's going to be okay on the east end in the mid-70s, and again, clouds, a little bit of sunshine there, but dry during the daylight hours. And then Sunday we'll start out with some showers and then maybe some late day improvement before it gets great on Labor Day. Looking at that humidity, kind of an interesting pattern because, you know, the dew points in the 50s will add to the cool feel on Friday, but then that humidity comes up on Saturday and through Sunday. Earlier in the week, it looked like Sunday would start to see some drying during the day. We're going to hold on to moderate humidity, so these 2 days will still feel summery, even though we don't get an abundant amount of sunshine. And again, a lot of the daylight hours will be dry. Labor Day is the time when the humidity just crashes. It's so invigorating that day, mid-70s, a lot of sunshine, and we probably get dew points in the 40s to take us into Tuesday. Futurecast will show a few stray showers left over in the morning hours on Friday. And then it's just a lot of clouds, cool temperatures, cool breeze out of the east, and temperatures running at late September levels. The best chance of seeing breaks in the clouds, Hudson Valley, New York City, eastward, Long Island, parts of Connecticut. The farther west you are, the clouds are going to hang tougher, and there might even be a stray shower over western New Jersey and into the mountains as well. On Saturday, throughout Friday night and Saturday morning, just a lot of clouds and a stray shower, but the humidity's coming up. And then during the day, the winds are out of the southeast. There should be some breaks at times, especially from New York City south and east. But later in the day, that thunder shower threat, at least scattered in nature, will start to pop up in the Poconos and Catskills. But the beaches should remain dry. By Saturday night, it's a pretty strong cold front. We actually have the chance of some stronger storms coming in on Saturday night, and they're still lingering on Sunday morning. But that front does move away, and we get in a bit of a sweet spot Sunday afternoon in between fronts where the clouds could break a little bit. This secondary front, which is the leading edge of the much more comfortable air, could bring a stray shower to us late Sunday and Sunday night, but most of us will stay dry. Just see maybe patchy clouds move through and a spot shower. The dry air punches in for Labor Day. It's so nice. High pressure and sunshine and dew points dropping into the 50s should feel great. And even nicer on Tuesday, lots of sunshine, and the dew points are in the 40s. We'll call it a top 10 day, and it's not just a one-hit wonder. We can have several days. In fact, the stretch from Labor Day all the way through late next week, just a stunning stretch of September weather. If you are using Friday as your getaway day for the holiday, there may be some delays with connecting flights through the Mid-Atlantic. There could be some severe weather, parts of Virginia and into the Carolinas. Pretty hot there as well. Moving to the Gulf Coast, we've got that problem all weekend with lots of showers and moisture there. We'll also have to keep an eye on next week to see if there's any tropical activity coming out of the Caribbean. As we look through the Midwest, I think there could be some delays. Places like Detroit down to Indianapolis, there are some storms that will be moving through there, so any connecting flights could be problematic. The West looks great. I mean, there's some heat out there, of course, in the Southwest, but I mean, even look at parts of the Northwest in the 90s. Boise coming in with 92, but the West Coast is nice and quiet. The overall steering winds, we talked about that refreshing air mass on Monday. You've got a trough over eastern Canada, but far enough north we stay away from the most unsettled weather, which is in Atlantic Canada. We're in just this great place with high pressure at the surface and nice northwesterly flow here keeping us dry. And that will just continue day after day. The system doesn't want to budge. There is definitely a sign of a moderation and warming in temperature late in the weekend and next weekend. So maybe we start to see our temperatures come up into the 70s and approach 80 again. We will be in the mid-70s most of the week, but maybe we start to get into more 80s later in the week. But one thing we will be watching is what's going to be happening out in the tropical Atlantic. There is some concern that we may have a tropical system in the Caribbean. Does it go into the Gulf or threaten the southeast coast of the U.S.? More on that in a second. Climate Prediction Center, when you look beyond the 7-day, you still have overall a below normal theme here, although a little warmer late in that period. If you look at the overall 10-day trend, we're lucky enough to get an 80-degree day in over the weekend, but then it's just a stretch of 70s, and I talked about the opportunity maybe toward the 5th of the 8th where we get a little bit closer to the 80-degree mark. There's definitely no extreme heat in the forecast. Every Thursday, a drought monitor comes up, so I wanted to update you on that. Of course, probably no surprise to you with all the plentiful rainfall that we've had in a month where we've seen over 6 inches of rain, that we don't have an issue with our water supply, but there's still some dryness. As you look here across parts of southern Ocean County into southern New Jersey, and in fact, we have some drought conditions over parts of the mid-Atlantic, but we're in pretty good shape. Our reservoir levels are running about 3% above normal capacity right now, so we're in good shape there as we kind of wind down the high consumption season. The overall trend for precipitation is near normal, slightly above normal to our south. So that's good news as well. In the short term, we talk about the spot shower Friday, thunder showers Saturday night, and showers lingering into the first part of Sunday. But look at the chances Monday through Thursday of next week. Next to nothing. Now back over to those tropics. There are more formidable waves coming off the African coast. You can see one right there. And we're going to be watching that central tropical Atlantic as we go through the weekend. A tropical depression could form early next week. Go over the Leeward Islands over the weekend and maybe midweek. We've got a tropical system in the Caribbean. The next name on the list would be Francine. At least over the next couple of days, the chance is minimal for that to form. But through 7 days, now the percentage is up from 20% yesterday to 40% now. Notice that wave. Look at that. Could that be Francine on Labor Day over the Leeward Islands and then going into parts of the Caribbean? A second storm behind that as well. And where does this go? Does it stay in the Caribbean or does it start curving up toward the Gulf of Mexico? We're still a ways away from that, but you can just tell the tropical Atlantic is starting to wake up. Keeping on the ocean theme, sea and sand on Friday, easterly wind 15 miles an hour, waves 2 to 4 feet. The rip current risk is going to be moderate, not the best beach day though. Awful chilly, but if you're determined, just make sure you take the sweatshirt and you'll deal with a cool east wind and only in the upper 60s to around 70. Air quality is good at least. Pollen counts medium to high and the UV index is only a moderate 4 because of all the cloud cover. 7 in the morning on your Friday. Pair of 6 is cloudy and cool. There's still a stray shower around and only low 70s. Mostly cloudy and cool. It's more like late September with a shower in spots. Then tomorrow night, a pair of 6s, still a couple of light scattered showers around. It is turning more humid. That's the theme of the night. So on Saturday and Sunday, we definitely have more humidity around. Saturday should be dry during the daylight hours unless you're well north and west. Clouds, a little bit of sun, warm, humid 79. Showers and storms Saturday night. Few of those could be strong. Lingering showers first half of Sunday. Clouds try to break for a little bit of sunshine, lower 80s. Can't rule out a spot shower late day and evening with that secondary cold front. That is the gateway to the comfortable air on Labor Day. That's the best bet. High and dry 76, and look at the absolutely gorgeous weather Tuesday through Thursday. You've got a bunch of top 10 days in there. Your 7-day AccuWeather forecast is always on ABC 7 NY. Thanks once again for listening to Whether or Not. We'll see you next time, rain or shine.